नमस्कार आणि येवकार तुमकां सगळ्यांक परत एकदा गोंयकारपणाच्या जस्ट कॅज्युअल ह्या कार्यावळीत आज आमकां स्टुडियोन जॉयन जाता बाब डिक्सन वाज जे जावन आहा कावेलोसी विलेज पंचायतीचे सरपंच. कॉलिंग हिम म्हणजे इशू सद्या गोंयांत गाजता तो म्हणल्यार ट्युरिजम अँड बीइंग सरपंच ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी which is heavily dependent on tourism, Cavelossim. We decided to call him because he made a statement few days ago about this club policy. He vehemently actually opposed that policy very next day when Michael Obu, the Kalangut MLA, said that the government is coming out with a policy. He said that such a policy is not needed. Besides this, we just wanted to talk to him about the South Goa tourism, what is happening, what differentiates it from the North Goa tourism, and there are several other issues. And since he has also made remarks that he is going to contest in 2027 from Benavli, we just wanted to get a clarity on all those things. Dixon Bab, येवकार तुका पयलीं म्हणजे आमच्या स्टुडियोन जो आमकां मान दवरून हांगा आयलो. First thing, how is the situation, political situation in Goa right now?
If you ask me, political situation in Goa is changing rapidly. You can say day by day. As a citizen and as a politician, there are two different things. Politicians always think differently. But as a common man, as a perspective, when you read newspaper, when you watch news, you can see that something uneasy, Goa is in at an uneasy mode. When you say uneasy mode, is because a lot of people, आमचे जॉब एक्सपेक्टेशन युथाक खूब आहलेले. जॉब क्लॅरिटी ना, जायते यूथ आमचे भायर वयताय ते बंद जावना.
You're talking about brain drain.
Yes. Businesses are not flourishing. People are not getting the opportunities to be in Goa. All those things, looking around what is happening with the construction, about the developments. Development is at a very high scale, which Goa, I don't think, cannot handle so much in certain areas. So I think this has brought some kind of uneasiness, people living abroad, looking at Goa, how Goa is going to a different direction. And all those things. So politics is people are still lot of options are there. So what I meant to say is जायते जावपाचे हा घडामोडी आणि people are watching it. And if you go to see last 10 years, people have seen the full circle of all the governments. And recently, have you seen the exit of almost Aam Aadmi Party? Now the people are in control. People have already decided in Goa what they want. So that is what I see the clarity, and that is not with anymore with politicians. People are the supreme now. You cannot take people for a ride.
Dixon Bab, since I already introduced us as a person, as a leader who is representing tourism constituency, how do you think, where do you think the Goa tourism is heading right now?
Goa tourism was last 5 years, we have gone to a different culture, which I would refer to as a party destination. Goa is not a party destination. Goa is a holiday destination. When you land in Goa, when you think about Goa, it's more about relaxing. It's not about having hangover and go back to your home. So this have changed. See, I was in a tourism industry before. In 1990, 91, 93, I had to have a shack on the beach. And that time tourism was just started. Goa was not ready. There was just shacks. And all the 5-star hotels were full of tourists from Europe. Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Finland, German. And all those wealthy tourists never came back because we were not ready. But when we were ready, there are certain things that went out of hand from our cuisine, from our culture, from our beautiful beaches and relaxation. I think somewhere the club culture have taken over. and that's have disturbed the high-end tourist. So the high-end tourists who wanted to come to Goa twice in a year, four times in a year, just to relax, they have moved away. That is the difference I see in the tourism industry.
Yeah. There was a thing after the Birch fire, Yazazalo, in North Goa, which killed 25 people. There was a situation. There was a statement coming in from the MLA, Michael Lobo, saying that the government is going to come up with a club policy, and you opposed it very next day. I saw your video. Actually, we carried it ourselves. Why do you oppose such a thing? Because clubs are there. They are going to stay. There are about 200 clubs right now, and a policy, I think, is very necessary for all those things. What is your view on
See, there are two parts when it comes to music. One is to enjoyment, and other one is to control.
it?
See, when we say music, I love music. I've gone to concert. We love that. But there should not be a point where you are drunk, when you are above the limit, and then there is no way you enjoy. That is called abusive, which I am against of. The second thing I am against is the culture what they are portraying in Goa as dancing, the woman dancing, and then that is not. I don't know how you call for that. Mujra.
The one we saw at the
But
Birch,
yeah,
the
exactly.
belly dancing.
Yeah, belly dancing. That is not our culture. That if you want to see, you would go to Russia or Kazakhstan or Thailand, whatever they are. That is not our culture. So what I mean to say is, we want music. Clubs are fine. There are so many clubs which are operating, but 2 o'clock, I think that it should be the deadline. You don't want to have a club which is disturbing the neighborhood, like what is happening in Vagator and all. Loud music, people cannot sleep. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, nobody cares for authority. That is not Goa. We want people to come to Goa, have a good meal, have a good night, music, live music, listen, go to certain club. By 2 o'clock, it should be shut. The next day, people should be going for a breakfast, going to the beach, going for excursion. Now, what we have replaced is this. Now, you tell me the the client which is coming in the club and to dance, to drink all night and early morning, what they going to do the next day? They're just going to sleep. They are not going on excursion. They are not going on the beach. They are not going to anything. It is that is called that is
So you mean to say the clubs are destroying Goa tourism?
the club which are not following the norms. They have taken over the decent tourism. I would say why we should have 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Why the High Court has to come into the picture that they are disturbing? Why it is happening in front of police station? You cannot do anything. It's this is what I am against of. I am not against music. सी आमची काजारां जाता आमकां धांक बंद करपाक पडटा कोणाक 10:30 बंद करपाक पडटा इतलो देस्पेस जाता you don't frame the guidelines for them. I understand that it might disturb some people in neighborhood, but those are weddings. These are our culture. आमचो शिगमो जे आमचो कार्निवल जाता तेका तो रिस्ट्रिक्शन आहा. Why you can allow these things happen open, disturbing the local people? People want to sleep. They have studies, exams आसा. दुसरे दिसा आमचे मिसाक वचपाक जाय, इगर्जेन वचपाक जाय. It's all kind of disturbance. See, tourism cannot it cannot take over the culture. So what I am again referring to is the clubs which are disturbing the people. You don't need anywhere in the world which are places like 6, 7, 8 in the morning. What do you see there is only drunk people.
Yeah, you came out with a statement. Actually, whatever clubs I'm talking about, doesn't seem to be out of context because Southern there are very less clubs compared to North, and I think that issue doesn't should not be bothering you, right?
Now, त्याने कितें म्हणलां that panchayats should not, the home department should issue the permission. Now what will happen? We have to decide in the panchayat what we want in our village. You cannot just disturb a sleepy village. You get a permission from the home department. Then we have to fight it out in the panchayat with the people. हांव म्हणटा तें first it should come in the panchayat. Panchayat, if you are bringing the panchayat should decide if we do want this or not. Then you can say आता कितें जाता एक कंस्ट्रक्शन येता सगळे पास जावन TCP पास जावन CRZ पास जावन मागीर पंचायत येता. इफ दॅट होल थिंग कम्स फर्स्ट टू द पंचायत आमच्या लोकां मध्ये मांडपा जाता. Now this is music is a disturbance. Now what I was referring to कितें म्हणटा, let the home department decide to give permission, yes or no. So पंचायत have no value. पूण लास्टाक कितें जाता पळय, सरपंचाक डिस्क्वॉलिफाय करताय, सेक्रेटरीक they are catching the small fish. Now it is not only their fault, many people are involved. Now आतां तुवें परमिशन घेतलें म्हणून उजो पेटपाक शकना अशें ना न्हू. See, you have to refer to the world's worst nightclub fires, and everywhere it happens because of the environment only, because of overcrowded places, exits are less or the exits are blocked, and of course because there are a lot of pyrotech and this instrument and all these lights are involved. So there is a bound to happen. So we need to make sure we follow all those things all the time, not only आतां फायराचेर परमिशन घेतलें दॅट मीन्स उजो पेटपना कितेंय करपा जाता तशें ना तें. सो वॉट आय एम ट्रायंग टू डू, आमचें आसा तेंच आमी सारकें स्ट्रॉंग करपा जाय लॉ, रादर दॅन ब्रिंगींग दॅट क्लब कल्चर. क्लब कल्चर बॉम्बेन चलना बंद केलें, दिल्ली चलना बंद केलें. वाय टू गोवा? You know, these are bringing a low quality of tourists. You are not bringing the good quality of tourists. That is what I mean to say.
Just talking about the tourism in South Goa. Actually, South Goa, you are representing Cavelossim, where we see a lot of tourism. What do you think is the difference between the North and South Goa tourism? South is considered to have good quality tourists, whereas in North we see a lot of domestic tourists who have been misbehaving with people or other tourists or women as such. How can you tell us what is the difference and how South has been able to maintain it?
See, I also have a small eco resort. So I can hear from the people, tourists, they're coming from there. They spend 4 days in North Goa and 2 days in South. And I see them, the difference when they come from North Goa and then they come to South Goa. They say, oh my God, we love this one. हम लोग इतना तक गया, North Goa में इधर गया था, उधर गया था.
It is saturated.
And yes, and then they go to our beaches. We see that beaches are peaceful. There's nobody bothering you. They're cleaner, they're less crowded. This is what the people want. Now the second part, what I see from the tourists is when they were young, when they were single, they go to North Goa. And the same tourists, after getting married, they say, no, we don't want to go to North Goa, Baba. We want to come to South Goa. So that kind of, it should be there. But what I'm trying to tell you is, it don't need to be all night long music, drinking. You drink and drive, and then you kill somebody. You see, so many incidents happen. You cannot drink until 6, 8 in the morning and you can drive. You cannot do that in Mumbai. You cannot do that in Delhi. Why the same tourist does in Goa? Because there is no fear of the law. So what I mean to say is the difference between South and North Goa is a huge difference. And we are working with the people, what we want our villages, what we don't want villages. Because that will change the whole demography of the whole village. So South Goa is more peaceful, more relaxing, and mentality of the people. Ami amche koden dholle aha. North Goa, what happened is what I see. I'm also vice president of Small and Medium Hotel Association. I mean, a lot of things are given to outsiders, given on lease. So once you give on lease to somebody, they do whatever they want. So this has to stop. Leasing has to be stopped. And even if you lease to somebody outsiders, the owner should have a control about it, because you should not let them do what they want. This is what happening in North Goa and South Goa. I think this is the big difference. South Goa, still most of the businesses आमच्या गोंयकाराकडे आहा, and we are owning it. We are taking it as ownership.
North, it is totally.
So I think that is the difference between North and South.
Coming to tourism again, there is one more issue which has been burning issue is about taxis. Is taxis really hurting Goa tourism?
See, taxi issue has to be resolved. Taxi issue, all the taxi drivers and everybody, they are in an agreement now that some kind of technology you need. They are as सगळे taxiवाले जाणार. But however, when I'm supporting the taxi drivers, why I'm supporting is also, see, safety of our tourists is very important. Today we know गोंयकार कोण टॅक्सी चलयता, खंयच्या हॉटेलान, खंयच्या ट्युरिस्टाक कितें एक वस्त सांडली जाल्यार देखून पोतून मेळटा. देर इज नो केस ऑफ लायक molestation or harassment or nothing. there overcharging has to be stopped. See, now I'll tell you one thing. You cannot just blame only the taxi drivers for high charge. Now recently I've seen Christmas New Year flights 25,000 for, they are also raising the price. Hotel prices are going up just for Christmas New Year. So you cannot only single out taxi driver. Yes, they need to come with a solution. The issue is, I think if you sit down with most of the taxi drivers and discuss and be in a conversation, I think they will also agree, because today everybody is ordering on Swiggy, Zomato, or online shopping, Flipkart, whatever you do. पसारे बंद जावना, रेस्टॉरंटां बंद पडना. ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी, तांचो धंदो वाडलो आसतलो, बिकॉज instead of going out and getting dressed up, you order from them. However, most important is the quality of the drivers is important, because we don't know who this Ola, Uber will come. We don't know what it might be cheaper. Everything cheap is not sounds good. So I think some kind of app solution in the future will definitely. द इशू कितें आहा पयले, जे इशू आहा तो फकत आमचे हॉटेलांनी, जे स्टार हॉटेलां आहाय न्हू, एक हॉटेल आमच्या गांवान येयलं म्हणटची, इट इज कायंड ऑफ अ एम्प्लॉयमेंट. सो तेंचो सेफगार्ड करपा जाय. फाल्यां टॅक्नॉलॉजी येयली आनी तांकां भायर उडयले आनी तांकां रिप्लेस केले आनी दुसऱ्यांक हाडले, मागीर तो गांवान हॉटेल येवन आमकां कसलो फायदो? So all those things has to be considered in a star hotel. See, the people who are coming in star hotels definitely don't want to sit in the centro. They don't want to sit in a Desire. They pay 30, 40, 50,000 a room. They want to have a decent Innova.
Yeah.
They want to have, and most important is the safety. आमचे एक एक गोंयकार आहा न्हू, ताजे कडेन मातशे प्रायसा लागून कितें जाता आसतलें. बट rather than that, today Goa is safe. We don't have incidents what happening in Ola, Uber in Bangalore, Mumbai or Delhi or whatever. We don't have. That is killing the tourism. And I think we have a balanced situation where I think there is a need for to find a solution. Government will sit down with the taxi drivers and also with the stakeholders, how to save their jobs, okay? How to make sure they are not unemployed. At the same time, how it will be better for the tourism industry.
Talking about this taxes, you said अशें आसा during Christmas hotel आणि rates is fluctuating. Flight आणि hotels. I understand, totally understand. That is the time because 25,000 to 30,000 was paid from Mumbai to Goa. Agreed, admitted everything. But the thing is, टॅक्सीचो इश्यू तुका WhatsApp तशा तोच प्रॉब्लम आसता. Overcharging. You come at the W airport, you come at the Mopa airport, anytime at night, you see a charge, you ask for a taxi, and you are charged about 2,500 to 3,000 rupees at night. Even during the daytime, the rates are fluctuating. Why should this happen? I'm saying.
See, who is the department looking out is the RTO. When you put a RTO in place, when they have monitored the government rate, all the taxis have notified rates. They are following by the notified rates by the government, which they are not following. They have to be reprimanded. कोण तांकां आतां मिटर घालपा दिले, स्पीड मिटर घालपा दिले, स्पीड गव्हर्नर. They guys are doing everything. They are putting the dresses, they are passing the cars on time. Meter घात म्हणल्यार meter घातलो. But who is monitoring?
Nobody.
Nobody is monitoring. So it's the authorities' fault.
Yeah.
So I think the authorities, again, Magda, it is a win-win situation. It's not so easy for the government also, because this attitude has been there for so long. म्हणजे गांवान हॉटेल आहा, हांव एक भाडी मारता, 2 मारता, घरा वयता, जाय तेन्ना बसता, जाय तेन्ना वयता. हो आमचो कल्चर जाल्लो आहा. And we cannot say that it can Ola, Uber can take over. Yes, in some areas, but in hotels where star hotels are there, which the guest safety is very important. Good quality people are coming. They prefer a friendly गोंयकार. आता दुसरें एक तुका एअरपोर्टासून येयलो आनी तो दिल्लीवालो एनी फॉरेनर दे आस्किंग यू, भाई साहब, वी वॉन्ट टू गो टू अ गुड गोवन रेस्टॉरंट. यू अंडरस्टूड? दॅट गाय गोंयकार तुका सांगतलो, तूं अरे सावथ गोवा येयलो जाल्यार तूं मार्टिन्स कॉर्नर आहा, लॉंगिनोज आहा, मायक्स प्लेस आहा, नाजाल्यार तूं कोलवाक गेलो जाल्यार आनी कितें आहा, हो तुका सांगतलो. आनी पळोवपाची वस्तू आहा म्हणल्यार तुका सांगतलो, बाबा यू गो टू द फ्री मार्केट, यू गो टू ओल्ड गोवा, देर इज अ टेंपल टूर, देर इज अ स्पायस प्लांटेशन. This is all about Goa, about the person getting information. The same Ola Uber guy who don't speak Konkani, who don't speak any English, will not give you, and that tourist will not feel like I'm in Goa.
Okay. That feel of Goa will not be
Feel
there.
of Goa will be not. So it is a balanced one.
Talking about politics, Dixon, you announced that you are going to contest in Benauli. Tell me one thing. Something there are already a lot of contestants in Benauli right now. There is Venzi, who is the sitting MLA. Then after that, there is Chachil Alemo, who wants to contest. There is Warren Alemo, and many others. How do you see your prospects there?
See, as a Sarpanch, I have worked more than 3 years now. As I said, what I am working towards my village is, first of all, I give the best administration. Still, it's a friendly panchayat. The work is on time basis, time bound basis. You know, friendly administration, efficient is very important. Then the tourism belt. If you see in Cavelossim, I have worked hard to almost 98% there are no hawkers on the beach. पहिले आईस स्क्रोटिंग जाले कोण मसाज करताले कोण फ्लूट घेनी वाजून लोकांक डिस्टर्ब करताले. It took me 6 months, but all the support of the villagers and my punch members, I have cleared that. The tourists can peacefully be on the beach. कितल्यो चोरी जाताले, बेडाचेर मिसिंग जाताले, हे वस्तू बंद जाले. When it comes to cleaning also, I am monitoring. In my panchayat, I have people, two guys who are constantly cleaning our full village from Monday to Saturday. Roadside garbage is cleaned. Everywhere, wherever you go, you will see that cleanliness is done. So all those things, government schemes. I have repaired so many houses of the poor people. We have unemployment wise. I have employed a lot of people in the hotels where I can in my hotel. So this model, I think we need to take it to Benalim. And with this vision of helping the people, see, it is Benalim constituency. It's as you said, full of tourism. But what we are lacking, we don't have proper bus system over there. Transportation is very bad. People are suffering. I've been fighting. Managed to get one kadamba, and I'm daily monitoring the kadamba. I am fighting with them to give them, make sure there is another anek buses. So bus system is bad. If you go to see our Kolwa beach is a very popular beach in South Goa.
Yeah.
It has lost its charm. Why have lost its charm? We need to work on that. So I think all those things are very important. That we need a good representative who understand the difficulties of the people, our youth. Now you go to see now. What about the unemployment? I call a paper 153 people are employed in PWD. Who is there from Benali constituency? He understood. So we need to guide them. We need to guide them to look. See, government jobs are not transparent. Before, at least now there is more clarity with the staff selection. But we need to guide them how to apply for the jobs. You need to apply for the job. आमचे आतां इतले वर्सां आहलेले MLA मिनिस्टर जावन गेले. आमचे बेनावली कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी तुका मेजपा मेळटा गव्हर्मेंट सर्वंट्स मेजपा मेळटा बोटाचेर. वाय आर वी नॉट एलिजिबल? So I will fight for the jobs. I will fight. I will work with the youth. See, not everybody wants to become a doctor or an engineer. There are so many talented in Benali constituency. Our youth, we need to stay in Goa. Now there are so many events happening in South Goa, so many wedding destinations. But our youth should be a part of it. They need to have. They need to be a part of it. But how to? We need to take them. Now there are a lot of government loan. I myself have taken government loan, minority loan, EDC loans are there. Chief Minister Rozgar Yojana is there. We need to support them how to start. This is what is lacking, and my focus will be to support the businesses in South Goa and especially in Benal constituency. Also the youth who are coming up in from school. See, there are a lot of. I'll just give you one example. आतां आमकां एक AC technician जाय जाल्यार आमचे कडेन कोण ना. And in Cavelossim area, we have more than, forget about 5-star hotel ACs. We have around 300 guest houses, rooms and everything. But there is no Goan who is having a shop for a technician. Every time they charge 1,500, 2,000. आमी कोणाक सोदता. See, the people are not all are, as I said to you, सगळे engineers जावपा नाही. The one who are not so good, they can do a good ITI, they can go diploma, they can set up their own businesses, and you can make your
So
living.
that is a problem of entire Goa where we don't have skilled workers. Be it तो आता एसीत म्हणटा, we don't have plumbers, we don't have electricians, we don't have masons. Every time we have to get people, then we have to talk Hindi and get them. The other thing is talking further about this the South Goa politics and Benauli especially. You were at that time worked closely with Benzi. What went wrong?
See, during the COVID time, as you know that we are the seafarers, I have the organization. We worked together during that. And in 2022, honestly, if you ask me, I was given an opportunity by the Congress to claim for the ticket. But due to COVID, I was reluctant and I said, no, I don't want. And really, that time, I think during the COVID, Aam Aadmi had a plus point because they got all kind of help from their government from Delhi, giving rations, that oximeter, and they have really gone door to door, door to door, and they get a good opportunity to prove themselves. So I think it was his time, that people have accepted in Benalim that yes, this is what people want. But we realize it is just a bubble or sort bubble. It is not permanent thing. It is just a gimmick to entice the voters for the people. So I think now in Lok Sabha, in recent ZP election, people have realized that Mr. Tableti दिल्यो गुडी दिल्यो तपासले म्हणून तुझे पोट भरना. People have to look for better things, employment, better public transportation. You have to work with the stakeholders, tourism infrastructure, better roads. All those things are missing. Finally, people realize you need a representative who will be balanced doing that. And nothing went wrong, but I don't agree with from the day number one, I did not agree with the Aam Aadmi policy. It's all about giving free water, free ration, free electricity, free transport. For what you have to give for free? Just to entice the vote. So people have realized it is just a bubble. It is not something to do with permanently with people's lives. So I think आता त्यांचे कहा की they Arogya clinic or they are doing that Mola clinic. What happens tomorrow if the person loses the election? Will he continue? You see what is happening in Delhi. I've seen the Mola clinic. So people have realized तुझे एक इंजेक्शन घेवपाक, तुझे एक टेम्परेचर चेक करपाक, तुजो एक ब्लड टेस्ट करपाक, तूं बॉस धरून वयता थिंगा आनी थिंगसून तूं पोत्तून येता. That can be done. We have to improve the government services. This is what I don't agree. So that is the reason I said Benalim is ready for a change.
So basically, because of this, you announced your candidature from actually Benauli. Are you looking for a Congress ticket?
See,
There are many claimants for that now.
see, now recently for ZP election, we have supported the Congress candidate. All decided, and we decided to support because आता पळय कितें जालां पळय last time there was RG also, then Aam Aadmi. The votes are getting split and people, it is not fair the people. So I think this is the reason we need to have only kind of very limited options. So people have rejected everybody else. You have seen the ZP. So Congress is an option. Definitely it is open. If they decide, I will more than happy to represent them. But as I said to you, let us not wait for the last minute. We need to work together. It's not about Benalim. It's about Goa. Goa, you need good representative. You need representative who have a broader vision, who will save Goa, who will make sure that development, what is happening in Goa should be limited to Goa and it will benefit the villages. See, what I see in Cavelossim is when something comes, I make sure that 25% it benefits the local people. The revenue comes to the panchayat. That revenue is spent to that. So this is very important. Now, that is not happening. Haphazard development, all those things. So I think to answer your question, yes, definitely, Congress is an option, But again, I go with my say of my work, and work has to recognize. If they decide, why not? Definitely, it will be a pleasure.
Thank you, Dixon, for giving us your time today. It was nice talking to you for a long, more than half an hour now. You spoke a lot about tourism, politics in Banawali, and what actually is plaguing the tourism. You spoke a lot on the club culture, what is happening in Goa, the saturation of North Goa, how the South Goa has been able to maintain its identity. We actually we are really thankful to you for coming. Actually, I called you once and you agreed to come. Thank you very much, and we wish you all the best for your future.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
तुम्ही पळयतात गोंयकारपण गोंयकारांचो गोंयकारा खातीर.